What can make a loving mother want to knock someone out? Let me describe the situation. For background, I'm a woman, and I've been playing with most of the folks in this group for a couple of years. For the record, I'm in my early 40s. Most of them are young enough that I could feasibly be their mother, and I've known to occasionally do things like make them cookies or help them learn various adulting skills like writing proper cover letters, resumes, and the like. They sometimes call me Game Mom, and there are occasional instances of hugging. The overall group is about 15 folks who rotate around as time allows. As a note, I am not the only female player. My actual son and husband are both gamers, but neither were present at this event. As it happens, for this particular campaign, it was all youngins and me, and happened to be at my house. We've been playing this campaign for about 8 sessions when a player has to bow out due to it being the only night he and his girlfriend both have off. DM mentions there is a new guy looking for a group, and we decide to give him a try. Day of the game, one of the younger players has apparently been having a bad day, as when I sit on the couch, he sits next to me and leans against me. I put my arm around his shoulder and let him. New guy comes in, sees this, and makes a borderline homophobic comment before sitting down. Major strike. I'm whispering to the Snuggly player, asking him if he wants to make the guy leave, and Snuggly player says no. He can't handle making a scene right now. I say okay, but he's not going to be allowed back. DM sits down, and the new player looks at me and says, "Is Grandma really gonna sit here and watch the whole game? 'Cause if she is, she better keep her mouth shut about how I play my character." DM is put off by this comment, and it turns out the new guy was planning on playing a character that forcefully has his way with women as a character trait, and added that if there are any characters that like the same gender, then his character was going to end them. Blah blah blah, having women at the table just leads to problems. Then he starts throwing out homophobic slurs, and then tries to gaslight by saying, "What? Can't you guys take a joke?" I'm quiet through most of this because I'm trying to keep Snuggly player from having an anxiety attack from all of this. DM immediately put it to a vote, and new player is unanimously asked to leave. He proceeded to throw a gigantic poop fit to the point that the wizard and cleric had to literally drag him out of my home. He then decided to whip out his sting and pee on my car while screaming. And cleric, who was familiar with my house, turned the sprinklers on to finally make him leave. We decide to game anyway, but the characters don't manage to achieve much during the game itself, mostly because they are putting more effort into making sure that Snuggly player is cheered up and doing okay than actually accomplishing the endgame goals. But it seems like it worked. He is laughing by the time the session ends. Then, just as they were leaving, the new player's mother showed up to start screaming at my group. "You're all being mean to my little boy. You assaulted him. So I'm calling the police, and you all are going to be arrested." She then went so far as to grab the arm of the Snuggly player and jerk him almost off to his feet. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the story of how and why I punched a gamer's mother and got her arrested by the cops she herself had summoned. Don't mess with my kids. P.S. Snuggly player is doing much better now, and now has a much better job than the horrible one that had started off his bad day. Once again, I don't promote violence as a pacifist, but going mamo y mamo seems fair. I mean, mother does know what's best. What do you all think about this situation?